Welcome back to the channel. So today you are joining us with the FL5 Civic and we're going to be going through a deep clean on the car. So before the car obviously goes out on its development plan, I want to make sure that it's presented in the best manner. So we've got my friend Andy from AB Detailing here today and he's going to be carrying out paint protection and a ceramic coat over the car.
I'm Andy from AB Detailing. Today we're here to give this Civic a two-stage minor paint correction detail, and then after that we'll be locking in the fresh paint with a Geon quartz coating. First thing we're going to do is take the car outside, give the car a deep clean, which include a snow foam, deep clean the wheels, paint decontamination to remove any tar, bonded contamination on the paintwork, and then we'll bring the car back in. Okay, so we've started the paint correction stage now. So it's a two-stage correction. So the first stage is a cutting stage, and that's to remove all the light swirling and the sort of deeper scratches. And then we do a polishing stage to take out the haze from the paint correction stage, hoping to get to about 70 or 80% on the paint correction level. But yeah, it's getting there slowly. Okay, so on this door, making good progress with the cutting stage. So typically Japanese paint is very easy to work with. The lacquer's nice and soft. So yeah, we're making good progress. Once again, correction levels aim to be about 70 or 80%. So all good.
Quick check-in on how the car's been going today. So Andy initially has been working around the front end of the car and then moving down the driver's side here. So you can start to see a lot of the paint coming alive now where it's had the swirl marks taken out and the colour's really starting to pop. So we're looking forward to getting it outside and seeing it underneath some daylight But tomorrow, Andy will then be moving on to the near side of the car and the rear end. But while I've got the opportunity of not having the rear end worked on at the moment, I'm going to get these silver indicator bulbs fitted. I previously mentioned in our last video about fitting the rear bulbs and cleaning up the sort of look on the back of the car. So while I've got this opportunity as to not leave any dirty fingerprints over Andy's work, I'll get those fitted now. So sometimes just the smallest things add up to be the biggest difference. Let us know what you think in the comments below. I'm really happy with how the car's starting to look, but we'll check back in with Andy tomorrow to see it all come together.
Okay, so the paint correction stage is now finished on the Type R, and it's had a full machine polish as well to bring out the gloss and the clarity in the paintwork. The next stage will be the quartz coating stage. Detail on the FL5 is now complete. What we've done is full decontamination wash, including snow foam, paint decontamination, then a two-stage paint correction and enhancement detail. So the first stage to remove all the defects from the paint, and then the second stage is a polishing stage to add all the gloss and the clarity. And then finally it's all topped off with a Geon quartz coating to lock in the finish. But yeah, we're all very happy with the result.
Andy has done an absolutely fantastic job on the car. I'm so pleased with how the black paint has now come out. But as I mentioned last week, we were going to get back to the dyno results. So let's go over to the computer and see what we've got. Before we get into the dyno results from last week, I've heard some rumours on some of the Facebook and owners groups that the FL5 Civic Type R is actually producing more power than what's quoted for from Honda. Honda quote 326 horsepower, where some of these cars have been dynoed at producing 330 up to 340 horsepower. In driving the car initially, you know, it was a new car and I didn't know if it was purely just placebo effect, but it felt like everything was a bit tighter, more responsive, and probably a little bit more push. But that's now been confirmed by the dyno results. After a few repeatable results there, we were able to achieve 330 to 340 horsepower. Our best being 345, and you can see it's nice and repeatable between 342, 343, with around 362 pound-foot of torque. This sort of confirms all of the work that Honda has done on the car, reworking the intercooler, the turbo, the valved exhaust, that it's all worked really well together, and hence why the cars are now producing more power than Honda quoted initially. With the fact that our car has now produced more power than what was initially quoted, it just means that the work that we're going to be doing on the car is just going to be that little bit harder. Obviously the cooling has been improved and that's flowing a lot freer and easier. Therefore, the intake temperature has just been repeatable. And it's run after run after run. We've got a nice stable intake temperature. So clearly the intercooler is doing its job. The increased space around the front of the turbo, that's helped with the car as well. So it just means again that the improvements that we're going to be looking for are just going to be that bit harder to find. It's going to be interesting. So our FL5 is about to head out on its first lot of development this week. It means that we didn't quite get it onto the alignment ramp beforehand to give you guys the data that we were hoping to. Although once it's back with us, we will hopefully have a new product to show you and get it onto the alignment ramp to start reviewing some of the suspension data. If you're enjoying the FL5 content from us so far, hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and feel free to leave us a comment below. We'll see you on the next one.